Okay, let's try this out. All right, so we have a question from Tyler Bakes, B-A-C-K-E-S. Sorry, I butchered your name. Drag reduction versus smooth aerodynamic front bumper. So he has a question over drag on front bumpers. He says he currently has brake ducts where the fog lights used to be, but I have been seeing what manufacturers have been doing for drag reduction, and I'm curious about removing the entire back plastic fog light area, making a large duct to either aim air out of the wheel well or something, but I don't have the knowledge to progress the idea for function. Or can I just do an old school trick and make a flat aluminum panel to make it more aerodynamic? So his first question is in regards to brake ducting. And if let's just assume this is the car where we're sitting, right? So this will be the old steering wheel. This will be like the bumper area. You know, tires will be, I know I put the steering wheel too close to the tires, but this will be a wheel and this will be a wheel. And this is just kind of like a cutaway view of the front of the car. So front of the cars, you kind of get a lot of things like radiator ducting. You know, you'll have a big hole like this. And that kind of goes to your radiator. It'll be here. And so he's talking about brake ducts. So brake ducts will do a hose from here to here, like that. And it comes in and it blows air. The air coming in will go in and it'll blow air on your tires. Now, I think what he's thinking about is the Porsche. The Porsche uses this trick a lot, where they kind of take their radiators and they don't put them in the center. They put them off to the sides. Kind of like close that up. And I got a Boxster sitting over here, so they'll put their radiators over here, like this. So they'll usually do like a couple, and then they have their hole opening like here, and that ducts it, right? And it's a little dry, and then they'll duct it like this. And what that does is when the air comes in this way, kind of hits this radiator, it slows down, and then the air that's not coming around here is coming off the side, and it's coming around like this. And so what we're doing with the radiators in this area is that air is actually getting forced out the wheel well. So all this radiator air is just coming out and it's blasting out the sides. And this is generally pretty helpful for a few reasons. One, if you're looking at the front of a car, and say you got a car that looks like this, you know, with the wheel wells like that, and air comes in, you have your radiator here, that air comes in, it comes out, and it usually comes out some hood vents on the top of the car. And when that air that's coming out here hits this fast moving air up here, it kind of creates a tumble and a turbulence. And what you get on the back of the car, yeah, let's do this. Let's say it's a speedster. What you get at the back of the car is a wing. And that wing really relies on some clean air to hit it. So when that turbulence comes back, it usually hits the wing area, and it can disturb the wing. So what Porsche does instead, by taking those radiators and putting them out the side, and then having a second vent, you usually kind of see it like right here. Insert picture of Porsche GT3 car. The air comes in this way, and then it comes out this side of this air, and it kind of creates a little air curtain over the wheels. But you know, it's still kind of just a little turbulence thing, but it's coming down the side of the car now. That means that air coming over the top of the car is now fresh and clean to hit that wing and make a lot of downforce. So it's just an easier way to push dirty air out into an area where you're not really using it. So that's kind of what you're getting for when you see guys putting radiators or brake ducts or something like that, and then the exit is coming in front of the tires. And then he had a second question. He says he already cut his front fenders. Let's go ahead and erase this guy. So he already cut his front fenders and was inspired by the new GT3 with drag reduction panels on the sides of the car, which I'm not exactly sure what he means on that. I would cut fenders, flares for this to work, but also try to add canards, those sort of So okay, so I think he's saying on the front of the new GT3 RS it has, so let's do this again. So the front of the bumper, kind of like that, and then on right in front of their wheel well, they have these little air kind of converter things, and they do look like they have a little strafe to them. And so what that does, so I'm just going to draw the splitter. We're going to draw a splitter here. We're going to put a tire, another tire over here. When air comes underneath your splitter, under here, and it comes out here, it starts making downforce, and it uses a lot of this area here to make the downforce, just that leading edge. And if you can take some of this air that comes this way, do a left-handed drawing, and kick it out this way, it creates a whole bunch of low pressure in this area. So it's drawing this way, and it starts pulling it this way. So that this makes a low pressure area, and that helps pull more air out from underneath your splitter. And it'll pull it from around the wheel wells and things like that, because this is all just super low pressure, and it just helps pull that more air out from underneath the splitter. So having little air diverters on the sides really help that kind of performance. So that's what we're seeing on there. So also on the Porsche, if you have that little air diverter right there, and it's pulling air out, so kind of look at that air diverter, and your radiators right here, like they like to do. The air coming in hits the radiator. This low pressure also will pull more cooling out, because that radiator is right there. So it's just helping extract more air and send it around the sides of the car. You can see on the new GT3 RS, there's a lot of improvements to send the air around the sides of the car, especially these dirty cooling things, and that really helps the you guys make downforce. So that's the video with some drawings. If you guys got any other questions, shoot them past us to the Wang Gang Race Car Aerodynamics Club, and I will do my best to answer them for you. All right, cool, thanks.